This is the program of the Voice of Book on Fajitubi. Today we will see the book of You Are a Reader. This book is written by G. Ebenezer, preparing a generation for the leadership. So we see today's chapter 1, leadership. Before starting the today program, subscribe this channel and share, comment it. So let us go. Chapter 1, leadership. Management is efficiently in climbing the leader of the success, while leadership is determined whether the leader is leading against the right wall. No need to make the meaning of leadership too complex. As we have seen in Genesis 1:28, God gives this job for human being at the beginning. In Genesis chapter 2, Adam started his job with naming all living beings. The concept of leadership is not new or the discovery of our contemporary leaders or scholars, but the strength and broader the concept is. As we see on the Genesis 12:1, leadership was clearly shown when God called and led Abram to the place he had proposed for him. Now the Lord said to Abram, "Go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you." Genesis 12:1. In Exodus, God raised Moses and led Israel through the leadership of Moses. The Abraham's writer connects the leadership of Moses with that of the perfect leader given to lead forever. Yet Jesus has been counted worthy of us much more glory than Moses as the builder of the house, as more honor that the house. Hebrews 3:3. His leadership is different from others as shown in the Hebrews 6:20, where Jesus has gone as for honor of our behalf, having become a high priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. Hebrews 6:12. The servant or leadership concept was derived from his leadership. Of course, the servant or leadership is the best leadership style he showed in the describes to follow what they have seen from him. He was cheerful and command to follow is a way to be successful leaders in their ministry. We can take a lot of verses related with the leadership, but the above is enough to understand its origin. Based on the Bible principle given in the book of Proverbs, leadership starts from personal leadership. He who is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules in spirit than he who takes a city. Proverbs 60:32. From the above biblical principle, leadership courses and personal experiences, I have observed a leadership is categorized in the 3 levels: personal, organization, global leadership. Personal leadership. The greatest leader's courage to fulfill his vision come from passion, not possession. John C. Maxwell. First of all, we have to know how to lead our personal daily life, how to eat, wear, communicate, how to plan, prioritize, how to take action, how to choose a friend, how to lead and feed our family and others. Once I heard the story of the person planned to change the world. With this plan, he had tried for a long period of time, but failed to be successful in changing the world. Then he decided to change his organization, and also tried is all the best to change his organization, but failed to be successful. Also, he thought as he had to change his family life and tried is all and failed to be successful again. After all he understood as the problem was with him and decided to start from changing himself. However, at the time he understood the right way of changing the world, he became very old and regretted for his own wrong decisions. We need to learn from the above old man and set our journey to on time. Before teaching, you need to learn, and before you lead, you need to follow. Organizational leadership. A well self-managed person will be successful in managing his organization and his environment or at all. Nobody can be successful in leading an organization without successfully leading in personal life. We all are expected to be smart in our organization and help the organization achieve its goal in successful manner. A person who personally prepares himself to be effective in his organization will directly affect his own success. Global leadership. Those were influential leaders of the Bible and contemporary leaders passed through the above two levels of the leadership and become influential in the world. The secret behind most of them is their personal preparation and their boldness in their community and organization around them. No one can be successful in organizational leadership without well management of personal leadership and cannot influence the world without achieving both. We self-manage, we prepare individual, we influence their organization and their environment. With mastering the above two levels, they will start influencing the nation and grow the influence of the world in the general. The circle of the leadership. Every human being passes through two leadership cycles in the normally recognized and work on the potential. The first circle is being a follower and the second circle is being a leader. Followers. We all learned the way of life from our family and communicate we lived in. Their influence on our life is very decisive. As a child, most of the time we are tired to do what we observed our family doing. We try to act like they do. We learn a lot from following their footsteps. This is also true in learning in the real life and in our professional levels. Leaders. Being matured enough, you will start learning your own personal life and even start bearing organizational responsibilities in the circle. It is where you need to now to lead your personal, organizational, and even the world expect a lot of from you. A win-win generation. Recently, I heard the story of one model farmer who was very known by his kind action and his success in providing a maize product to the market in country. This farmer became very successful and journalists went to conduct a report on his success story and his journalist ate in the midst of the interview as the man distributes his own special seed for other neighboring farmers. The journalist requests him why he distributes his own special seed and relating with business competition if the neighboring farmers would become stronger than him in same business. To your surprise, this farmer replied a very touching answer that shows the original purpose of the prevalence of everything on the earth, especially human beings. He repelled maize will be reproduced by pollination and that also open the way for cholera to be transmitted to my farm area to protect cholera and transmitting bacteria from my farm. I will give them my special seeds and at the same time my neighbor will be benefited. In this way, when I give them my special seeds, with both we will be benefited and our environment will be safe. As a family church, so security and leader, we all are responsible to produce a win-win generation, especially for our ethnocentric viral affected content Africa. To do so, we first need to start from ourselves and our communities. Producing a tent making minded leaders for ministry. In our Today Church ministry, we are observing the two side opposite extremes of the ministries. I myself had been raised being on each side of spiritual sides, opposing properly gospel. The spiritually extreme faced challenges to accept the necessity of facilities for ministry, and as the proprietary gospel preachers extremely working their ideal agendas of the business in the name of ministry from Jesus Christ and his apostle is not is one, living and being models. It was Paul that witnessed and gave us the right direction of the ministry is his early church's ministry affair. This he left Athens and went to Corinth and is found a Jew named Aquila, a native of Pontus, literally come from Italy, with his wife Priscilla, because Claudius and commanded all the Jews to leave Rome. And he went to see them, and because he was of the same trade and stayed with them, and they worked for the trade, them were tent markers, and is engaged in the synagogues every Sabbath 3:1 to 4. As we see from the above statement, the right ministry that we have been proposed to do using it to the gift and the talented gift to us to accomplish our call on the earth. Having this in mind, we will see as we all have been called being leaders, those influences our environments. Paul advised Timothy to be matured enough to successfully accomplish his call. Do your best to present yourself to God as one approved to workman, who has to need to be ashamed rightly handling the word of the truth. 2 Timothy 2:50. From this, we need to understand as we need to get the intention of the gospel of Jesus Christ and his followers as early churches. Unless we will base our foundation of this original direction we had been given by Jesus and in apostle guidelines or principle, we will miss our mission. I hope that your appetite was opened with the above short light, and now we will process to see as we were born with leadership mentality to influence the system of the life. Subscribe and share this YouTube. Have a nice time. We will see next chapter 2, a man in born to lead.